today we're going to start our painting, our banana painting. You're going to need to open red, yellow, green, and white. That's what I said, white. All right, so I'm just going to run you through the example, and then you are just going to watch, and then you'll do it yourselves. Got it? Good. All right, so hands off paintbrushes and everything. I'm going to scoop a bunch of yellow paint out. I want a nice size pile onto the newsprint. Then I'm going to get a decent chunk of white, 2 parts of yellow, 1 part of white. So a 2-to-1 ratio. And then just a very, very, very small amount of red. So Amarillo, Blanco, y Rojo. And then you're going to fit some Violeta. Violet. For you Americanos. All right, so in just a second, that's what you're going to do after I kind of explain what we're doing. So right now we need to take this yellow, and we're going to blend some white in there. The reason we're blending white is it makes it more vibrant, more shiny, more fancy. Obviously the banana is not that color yellow. So we're going to take a bit of red. See how tiny, small amount of red that is? So we're going to take that red and we're going to blend that in. We don't want an orange. We just want a color that is, and I got way too much red. We want a color that is not yellow, but not yellow-orange. Make sense? The other thing I want to make sure that I do is to add water. The reason I'm adding water is to make it more fluid and it won't dry as quickly. It is kind of like a water-based paint. Now I'm very quickly going to paint the entirety of it in this yellow, white, with a slight orange tint to it. More yellow than anything. Quite a bit of water on there. When I paint, what's off the paper? What's off the table? Everything. I'm going fast. You should be painting fast on this. This is not a 2-day painting, so if you know you're a little bit slower, you can't do that. Acrylic paints dry so fast you won't be able to blend it. Ideally, you have nice clean edges. Otherwise, your banana looks like it has some kind of disease. If anybody's read Pete the Cat, you don't want to eat the bad banana. Has anyone read that book? Fabulous book. Yes, good job. You're cool. All right, so now we have the yellow in there. Now we need to get a darker tone. When you add white and black, what color do you get? What value do you get? A gray. Now when you add that gray to other colors, it makes it a muddy mess. So instead of painting with a muddy mess, we're going to use the complementary color. Complementary colors are those across from each other on a color wheel. What's across from yellow on the color wheel? Violet. Purple is not actually the color you're thinking of. Purple is violet plus white. So now I'm going to, in just one corner, blend some violet into that. With the photo you have, you'll see that there's areas of darker value. Tends to be mainly along the bottom, so I'm going to add in little streaks of this darker violet brown. Because when we mix two complementary colors, what color do we get? We get a brown. So even a little ridge of dark coming up through the top. Now, obviously you can clearly see these. That's not ideal. That's not what we're looking for. Now I can take my yellow brush and kind of blend it out. Could I also use a dry flat brush and dab it to blend it? Yes, I could. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and just blend it out, make it a little bit smoother. If I get too much of that brown on my clean yellow brush, I can wipe it off, get some clean yellow, and blend it back in. When you peel a banana, there's those lines in it, yes? When you look at a banana, you can tell which way the contours of it go. They go long and straight. So try and stay with the flow of the banana, your brush strokes with the flow of the banana. Now I have some darker values in there. Now I'm going to get a smaller brush with a whole lot more violet on it and mix it into this yellow color. If I need to grab some more yellow, I can. Have I tainted the entire yellow color with violet? No, I don't want to do that. But I want quite a bit of violet. I want to make it almost a dark brown. And then I can come in and truly add in some detail work. So this dark section at the front of the banana. Some of these little brown spots. Now this brush, if you look at this brush, it's hard to see. It's no longer at a point anymore. So that's something that I don't want. So I'm going to get rid of that brush and move it to the side. I want one with the brush so I can get it with a little point so I can get in there and get some good detail work in. Divot up there. Now I also have a bit of green. So I can get another brush, get a little bit of green. Put a little bit of this yellow. Come blend it out with the yellow. We also have a little bit of white over here. A little white yellow highlight up in the corner. Pull that in. And that's the basics of our banana painting. Not super difficult, right? Okay. 2 parts yellow. We'll review it. 2 parts yellow, 1 part white, and then a very small touch of red. Less is more. If it's still staying that like creamsicle yellow, can you add more red? Yes. Tiny little drop, pin drop of red in there. Blend it in. More paint than you think. What color do we make the shadows with? The darker values with? What color do we add into that yellow mixture? Violet, yes? Okay. Everyone should have this photo sitting on their desk. Look at it as reference. Mine is just up here as an example. Look at it for reference. Your painting should be better than mine. I did mine in 9 minutes. Got it? Go.